What's up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, October 8th, 2019. I hope you're doing well. If you're in the chat, before I get started, can you just let me know if you can hear me? Let me know my audio is working properly. That would be awesome. Just press 1 if you can hear me, okay? And then I'm going to get started. I'm going to answer the question, which is, what is Bitcoin's next move? And I think the biggest thing actually beyond just answering that question is, depending on what Bitcoin does next, there are two options at all times, up or down. How are you feeling about your portfolio? Are you comfortable? Or are you spending more than you can afford to lose? Those are the things you need to sit back, lay down at night and think about, right? You want to make sure that you're properly prepared for either or. But we can look at the charts. We can jump into the charts, which I'm going to do. I'm going to get right into the video here. And we can really look at the data and what it is potentially suggesting to us. So I know we're not at Christmas yet, but I have broken down kind of these cycles of Bitcoin, and I charted this back in December. We have our areas of bullishness, our areas of bear market, and then we have this area of consolidation and just, are we going to enter a new phase? Are we going to enter a new cycle, right? And that's where we are now. It's not shaded, and you can see it's a very similar area as last time, before the last bull market. And actually, let me try and highlight. So here's that last bull market when it kind of ensued right here. And there was that waiting game after the bear market right in here, right? And here's a Bitcoin halving in 2016. And we're at a similar time. We came out of a bear market recently, and right now we're consolidating. Everybody's wondering what is going to happen. Now, what I want to say is this. There are a lot of similarities where Bitcoin is right now. That's really what I want to talk about. I haven't done a video in quite a while. I've been extremely busy, and I thought just a nice, brief overview of what Bitcoin's doing right now and why it doesn't look bad would be helpful. So let's do it. We're going to use the weekly chart for this entire video, and I'll timestamp this 2 minutes, 15 seconds, just mental note. So here's the weekly chart, and for context, this is back in that last bear market, bull market high to bear market low that we had back then. And I want to reference a couple things because I always think it's great to liken where we are now on the charts to where Bitcoin kind of was before, right? These patterns that play out over and over again. And here is a pattern playing out on the long term, the weekly chart, right? So Bitcoin coming out of the bear market hit this Fibonacci retracement area. I talk about it a lot, but I really want to dig into it today. We hit that Fibonacci retracement area, and that is the bull market. That is the doors to the bull market. And you can see eventually, after it saw resistance there, we'll extend this. Bitcoin finally broke above it and stayed above it. And that was really the beginning of a huge bull run, the bull market, right? That was confirmation of the bull market. So we have that historical data there. We see what Bitcoin looked like in that environment of coming out of a bear market, seeing huge resistance at a very popular Fibonacci retracement area, the 618 to 786, coming back down and then getting ready for the bull market. This entire move right here is what I'm likening Bitcoin right now. And we can look at the charts. Here's right now. And actually, I'll do like I'll switch back and forth real quick, and I'll get rid of some of these things so you can see better. But just look, this is 2015, Bitcoin coming out of the bear market, and we'll go back and forth. 2015 to 2016, right? Now, and you see the similarities. I could probably zoom in on this one a little bit more. But look at the similarities back then, now. Back then, here's a bull market high. Here's a bear market bottom. Here's Fibonacci retracement resistance, right? That's then. Here's now. Bull market high, bear market bottom, Fibonacci, key resistance. Do you see the similarities? So if there are similarities there and the data is suggesting that they're true, they're real, this isn't my opinion, then what can we kind of anticipate next, right? And by the way, we're going to measure moves just to see how similar they are. So I'll actually do this. What I'm going to do is I'll take a price range, and I'm going to measure from the Fibonacci retracement high that Bitcoin had in 2016 to kind of this consolidation area, right? around 25% back down, consolidating. Notice I'm not using this crazy weekly wick that we had here. That goes around 40%. Here's a similar move today from Fibonacci retracement, resistance up here. We can take we're not going to use these crazy wicks. We're going to use these opening and close weekly candles, and to where we are now, right around 30%, right? So consolidating around 30% from that swing high Fibonacci resistance. So Bitcoin is in an incredibly similar area that it was back then. And that's really what I wanted to point out in this video, because it does give clues into what Bitcoin may do next, right? If it follows this pattern that it's been in. And even from a price range perspective, you can see Bitcoin, right, a little bit more volatile, it seems, than back in 2016 back here, but around the same, right? 30% consolidation right now compared to 25% back then. One thing I will note is this. Interestingly enough, Bitcoin, you can see from this bull market low, bear market low back here, Bitcoin just flew out of there, right? And it took a little bit longer last time. It definitely took longer, if you look at the charts, to get out into that Fibonacci retracement, to that resistance. This time around happened a lot quicker. On the flip side, as Bitcoin sees rejection off of this Fibonacci, right, resistance, Bitcoin's actually consolidating longer than it did back in 2016. So we can zoom in here this is the weekly chart once again. You can see at this resistance, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, around 10 weeks of just kind of consolidation before Bitcoin started moving up again. This time around, if we zoom in, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're at 14 weeks. So Bitcoin's taking a little longer to consolidate, to figure out what it's going to do next. Not much longer, but it's testing our patience. But look at these gains, and look how quickly these gains happened that you and I really got to enjoy, right? That wasn't the case back in 2016. This took a longer period of time. And even you can even look at just this area of consolidation. People probably just wondering, what is Bitcoin going to do? Come on. We didn't have to go through that this time around. Bitcoin just went crazy, right? And I didn't chart it, but I do want to just show you. This is the Fibonacci retracement, bull market high, bear market low, and here's our resistance channel. So it's exactly similar to back then. The similarities are insane. The other thing is, not only do we have similar consolidation from our resistance area, around 30%, but we're just above the 200 moving average here, this red line that I have here on the weekly charts. And back then, you can see, where did Bitcoin consolidate? It consolidated right above, again, the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. So crazy similar right now for Bitcoin in terms of what it's doing. And if we zoom out on the charts, you can see it's just a very clear picture of the similarity. So we were zoomed in, but this is where we were zoomed in 2016, and here we are right now. So you see the similarities, you see the continuation of Bitcoin. Will we need some more sideways consolidation? Potentially. I hope it would be nice if we can stay above the 200 moving average. As we know, 200 moving average on this weekly chart is in the 6,000s, right down here around 6,700. I'm fine if we go down that area. It would be extremely oversold at that point, in my opinion. But it would be even better if Bitcoin does exactly what it did in that last rotation into its next bull run, which is kind of consolidate above this red line, the 200-week moving average, consolidate above it, and then in the coming weeks, we start seeing those gains, and we test this Fibonacci retracement channel up to $16,000. That's the doorway to the bull market. So that's what I'm watching for truly in the coming weeks. And if you zoom in on the weekly chart, 2016, we kind of got this turnaround here with this green weekly candle. So are we in a similar week right now? I don't know. Let's let it play out. Let's see. Any bullish, strong move is something that we can then transfer to the shorter term daily charts and really track to see if Bitcoin has some legs to make a nice, strong move. Now, I do want to end this with this chart. This is weekly. Again, zoomed out on the Bitcoin weekly chart, I want to look at the oscillators. I want to look at kind of where Bitcoin is. So we just took all of that data in terms of this key area of resistance here, similar to where we are now, right? Getting ready for this next bull cycle. So if we look at this oscillator, you can see on the RSI, Bitcoin very close to where it was when it came back down and consolidated after that Fibonacci retracement and resistance, right? Right there around 53. And then right now we've come down to around 40, 44, 45 or so. So just to put that into perspective for you, Bitcoin was not all the way down here in the oversold area when it embarked on its crazy bullish gains into the bull market of 2017, but Bitcoin was up here, right in the middle of this RSI. So Bitcoin, if we look here, very well positioned to see new parabolic gains. Doesn't necessarily have to be in coming right out of this oversold area on the RSI. We were already there at the bottom of the bear market, right? And in fact, we don't want to go back down into that oversold area. Consolidating here in the middle of this RSI, extremely healthy. You can see on the stock RSI, we're oversold. And we pretty much know anytime Bitcoin is down here, historically, not down there very long in the oversold territory on the stock RSI before seeing some gains. And that's even in a continued downtrend, right? We see short-term gains, a month worth of gains. So there's strong potential that there are some bullish gains in play for Bitcoin right now. We just have to be patient and watch and see. I know we all want to see Bitcoin with some bullish gains. It's just more exciting. But those are my thoughts. Dude, we got some super chats that came in. Poseidon Lou says, thanks, Dan, for what you do for the LTC and BTC community. Don't ever stop. Poseidon Lou, you know I appreciate you, dude. I was chatting with you a little bit earlier. Thank you. Pound it. I really appreciate you. That's going right to the Launchpad Foundation. Believe it or not, we're keeping track of these super chats, everybody, for Launchpad Foundation. D Money with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, D Money. And then Rob D in the house. Lou, Dan, keep working, bro. Dude, thank you. Dude, $19.99 super chat? Man, that's too much love, dude. I appreciate it. Rob, I really do. Thank you. And I appreciate your support. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. So Dennis Bond says, hi, Dan. Like many, I am also a bullish fan. Thank you for the encouragement. I think most people here are bullish, even when you're not bullish, right? Even when you're like, we're going down 10%, 20%. I think most people here are just bullish, right? And I think that's why we're all looking for that opportunity to accumulate. Everybody, special shout out right now. Special shout out. Rocking the Philadelphia Eagles emoji target, or what would you call it? Picture. My father-in-law, Ernie Segura, is there. He is there. What's up, Pa? Shout out to my father-in-law. Appreciate you for being here. Love you, Pa. That's awesome. Actually, we'll be seeing you soon in December, and I cannot wait to have you over for Christmas and hanging out. So, Jim Flanagan, $20 super chat. Jim, I love you too, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. You guys are like extremely generous tonight. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys. Really, I do. More than you know. I really do appreciate it. And I know Sarah does too. So these super chats are going to the Launchpad Foundation, just so that everybody knows. And I appreciate all your support. And I also appreciate you hanging out with me. As I'm tracking Bitcoin and Litecoin, I'm taking a break from just work, trying to grow the company and life. And I'm looking at the charts and I'm recording videos and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Bitcoin and Litecoin. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and just, making it entertaining for me to be able to do that as well, because you all know how much patience this takes, just watching the charts and waiting. But look, the data is consistent. It really is almost way too consistent. It's eerie how consistent it is. So if Bitcoin plays out how it did back in 2016, Maybe a little bit more consolidation, but perhaps maybe by early 2020, we're entering a whole new world of Bitcoin, breaking all-time highs. We will see. There's always that potential that Bitcoin diverts from itself, maybe breaks this 200 moving average. That would be not good. And we'll be here if it happens, tracking it. I appreciate all of you. I really do. I hope you have a great rest of the night. I'm going to try and, do quick update videos throughout this week. I'm going to try and get back in the grind here with some of these videos, but wanted to do a Bitcoin update video for you all. Like Poseidon Lou just said, patience is all you got. No other option. That is it. Patience, everybody. Hang in there. As Rob says in the comments, hit thumbs up. What's up, Rob? Hit thumbs up on your way out. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. If you're here right now and not a subscriber, which I'm sure there are some, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of the channel. I will see you all in the next video. Have an amazing night, and God bless.